Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. 3-year-old child among 2 dead in Clarendon crash. Nurse practitioners conference underway in Trelawney. And later in sports, Andre Russell bids farewell to international cricket in second T20 against Australia this evening at Sabina Park. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kerry-Ann Simpson. Here are the details. The country's road fatality numbers continue to climb, with 2 more lives lost in a horrific crash on Highway 2000 Monday. Antonia Atkinson has the details.
A man and a 3-year-old girl are dead following a crash on the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of Highway 2000 in Clarendon on Monday afternoon. The driver of a BMW X6 reportedly lost control of the vehicle and veered off the road into a cow pasture. The incident happened sometime after 2 p.m. The man and the child were flung from the vehicle. It's understood that the child was found nearly 40 feet from the wreckage. The man was discovered at another location, separate from both the car and the child. A woman who was also in the vehicle remains in critical condition. Leslie Hamilton, a representative from the Road Safety Unit, is urging motorists to travel within the speed limit.
This area is 80 miles per hour and exactly 80. Once you travel in that area, then you can be able to monitor your vehicle. Because this cause of speeding, that is the reason why we have this accident just now. And we just want the motorists to just cautious on the road.
In the meantime, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, is again urging citizens to refrain from speeding. He adds that stricter penalties will need to be implemented to curb the habit.
The situation which currently obtains, where people are speeding without any care whatsoever for their lives or the lives of others, resulting so far 219 deaths and 28 persons dying in July so far, which means that we are on track during the month of July to become the bloodiest month for the year so far.
Antonia Atkinson, TVJ News.
Nurse practitioners are lamenting the lack of resources for cancer care. They're currently meeting in Trelawney at their annual conference. Shamila Pullen reports.
Thank you, Kerry-Ann. Now, we are here at the Nurse Practitioners of Jamaica 71st National Scientific Seminar here at Royalton Blue Waters in Trelawney. The seminar is being held under the theme Unraveling the Cancer Epidemic, Achievements, Challenges and Opportunities.
We are aware that cancer is a leading problem in Jamaica now, and so we want to look at all aspects of cancer prevention, looking at screening and treatment. And
here in Jamaica, it's a very serious issue that is now plaguing our Jamaican society, and so it is deemed very important, very critical at this time to address.
We want to sensitize the public, one, to say that cancer is a real threat among us, so screening is very important. We know we cannot prevent all cancers, but some of them, early detection can save lives.
So over the next 2 days, we will be here bringing you highlights from this seminar and some research findings as well that our nurse practitioners would have conducted. Reporting for TVJ News, I'm Shamila Pullen.
Thank you, Shamila. And as discussions surrounding the aging population continue, senior members of the nursing profession say they are not adequately prepared to meet the complex needs of elderly patients. The population of people 60 years and older is predicted to be larger than the youth by 2058, with a rate of increase faster than decline. Now, Professor Adela Campbell, Dean of the College of Health Sciences at the Caribbean School of Nursing at the University of Technology, said geriatric-specific training is limited.
We need training in geriatric care care. We do a bit of gerontology in our training program, but that is not sufficient. And students do get exposed to geriatric homes, but that is not sufficient for the looming crisis that you're hearing about. We need to train more persons in those specialties so that we have adequate Jamaican nurses to care for persons in elder care.
To other news, as the government tries to put the controversy surrounding the rural school bus system to rest, the PNP is again pouring cold water on the initiative. That and other agenda items surrounding the country's economy dominated discussions at a PNP youth rally in St. Andrews Sunday night. Kelisha Williams has that story.
The Anthony Spalding Sports Complex in St. Andrew came alive Sunday evening as the People's National Party rallied the youth to address what they described as issues plaguing the country. This was party leader Mark Golding on education.
The education system is letting down our young people. The training system is also letting down our young people because the jobs that are being created in the country are not jobs that are paying our young people a living wage.
But it was the party's candidate for St. Catherine Northwestern, Damian Crawford, that had the crowd raging. Once again, he continues to criticize the recently announced rural school bus system.
Not only the bus them look like a them did carry the animals going on Noah Ark. Well, Desmond Mackenzie attack. The bus them all older than Desmond Mackenzie.
And he went further.
But there is some corruption in this bus thing because the same money could have bought 126 brand new coaster bus with 3-year warranty.
It must be noted that Transport Minister Darrell Vaz had indicated that the 110 refurbished buses purchased from the United States were the best option for the government to transport school children because they have been retrofitted with the necessary safety measures. However, it seems the PNP is not convinced.
When I do the maths, on average each bus was 17,000 US. 110 buses will work out to 300 million Jamaican dollars. Where is the another 1.1 billion Jamaican dollars?
For her part, President of the PNPYO, Gabriela Morris, told the rally that she believes the young people will be swaying the general election in favor of the PNP. Among the reasons,
we have listened and we have heard the young people who are saying we can't afford those $40 million house what them are giving. Because remember good, the Prime Minister promised affordable housing for young people, and we look and we still can't find it.
Kelisha Williams, TVJ News.
And the Jamaica Labour Party was active over the weekend as it continues to energize supporters ahead of the general elections. Here's Kimberly Petty.
Central Kingston Sunday night, not for the first time, PNP turncoat Lawrence Rowe took the political platform.
Just like how Mark Golding wants accountability from everybody else who wants to see a birth paper to know if you're an authentic Jamaican.
And then there was this claim by Transport Minister Darrell Vaz, who said he knew who was behind the recent stoning of JUTC buses.
Because when I look and see where the stoning taking place, I know Tivoli Gardens, I know Central Kingston, every area is a stronghold of the opposition.
PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell has since rejected the claims, describing them as reckless and irresponsible. In a statement, he said he's reported Mr. Vaz to the Office of the Political Ombudsman for breaching the Political Code of Conduct That aside, in Anchovy, St. James, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness responded to the PNP's criticism on the number of ribbon-cutting ceremonies by his administration. He told the tale of an event at an early childhood institution where a ribbon could not be found, and so the girls removed the ribbons from their hair and attached them together. It was a clear swipe at opposition Senator Damian Crawford, who said this at a PNP meeting in Chapelton recently.
The way them under pressure, them just a walk a cut ribbon. What do you mean look a 2-year-old come from school with bubbles alone? I call up a school, I say, want to a ribbon, them say, Andrew cut it.
A man come out and say, one time, him youngster come home without her ribbon and him ask her, where is the ribbon? And him say, Andrew cut it.
Dr. Holness went further.
So what they know is to move to attack me. To say, all that go walk and cut ribbon. You see how them, you know what, let me keep my words to myself. You see how they're disingenuous. A nice word to describe them is pumuji. But Darrell Bars and others say them bad mind.
Residents and business operators in Port Antonio are calling on the authorities to intervene in what they describe as a disaster waiting to happen. On Saturday, gusty winds flattened palm trees along West Street, the main thoroughfare heading into Port Antonio.
I was round at the shop back and I just hear palm because it's long time I'm reporting the palm tree at my gate and it's damaged my things here. And at my age I know me can't do nothing more than have to try to see who can help me back to fix back my cold room. Because me have to fix it back because I don't want them to steal out the things out there.
Donna Park said for the past 2 years she has been reporting the matter, but nothing has been done.
Tell higher one, me ask all the councillor, and if him can get it cut for me, and nobody responds until see what you do there.
I drop on there, me frightened, I run more around the valley pot. Yeah, man. So, real dangerous too, man, dangerous.
They need to come and look at them.
Need to come and look at them for real. Cut them down, not even look. Take them away.
Councillor for the Port Antonio Division, Dexter Rowland, said he will be working with the National Works Agency to have the issue resolved.
I talked to NWA in the past to keep a watch on them and to ensure that if they get weakened, they should be taken down. So I have to have another chat with the NWA parish manager, Mr. Rowland, and see what he can do.
It's time for a break. Stay with us, more stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. Measures are being put in place to address the issue of speeding in St. Mary. Since the start of the year, 15 people have died from fatal crashes in the parish. It is why Mayor of Port Maria Fitzroy Wilson says he has been actively working with the National Works Agency, NWA.
Prevention is the thing that we're saying, and we're pushing for St. Mary. We would have too many fatal accidents along this stretch from the start of the year. And this being a built-up community, we realize that the speed, especially from the trucks that are sometimes overladen, and the regular motorists and the pedestrians are at the mercy of them on a daily basis. So we would have complained to the NWA, and we have been waiting from last year. They finally came, and the pedestrian crossing was marked properly with the reflective paint.
In the meantime, Mayor Wilson is calling for more signage along the Rio Nuevo main road following the death of 4 men in a single vehicle crash along that thoroughfare.
In recent time, we would have had 4 youths from this community in a fatal accident down by Rainover. We're looking at that area as well. We had recommended to them that we put in some lights down there, signage, and also some rumble strip to prevent the speeding on the roadway.
It's now time for the Business Minute.
Scotia Investments Jamaica has been named the best pension fund manager for 2025 by World Finance magazine. The company earned the prestigious honor after delivering an average annual return of 9.31% over the past 10 years, well above Jamaica's average inflation rate of 4.78% during the same period. World Finance also highlighted Scotia's strong management of $126 billion in pension funds despite global challenges, including record high inflation, market volatility, and shifting demographics. Further afield, U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs could have an unintended side effect, making home ownership even less affordable for many Americans. A new report from the Canadian Chamber of Commerce estimates that if tariffs on Canadian imports remain in place, the average cost of building a home in the U.S. could rise by an additional $14,000 in the next 2 years. That's because Canada is the third largest source of imports used in U.S. home construction, behind China and Mexico, according to the National Association of Home Builders. The report said in 2023, Canada accounted for nearly 70% of U.S. lumber imports, 25% of imported iron and steel, and nearly 20% of copper imports. In a statement, the White House pushed back on the assertion that tariffs would increase costs for Americans, saying that the cost of tariffs will indeed fall on the exporters. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Hal Shane Burke.
Time now for the top regional and international stories.
In the region, the Belize Ministry of Health and Wellness has declared the recent measles outbreak has been contained, with no new cases reported for over 2 incubation periods. The outbreak, which began in April 2025 and was linked to travel from Mexico, resulted in 34 confirmed cases, mostly among unvaccinated individuals in the Corozal and Cayo districts. There was 1 hospitalization and no deaths. The ministry urges continued vigilance and is encouraging routine MMR vaccinations, especially for children. Travelers are also advised to verify their vacation status before departing. On the international scene, the Trump administration has released over 240,000 pages of FBI surveillance records on Martin Luther King Jr., documents which had been sealed since 1977. Despite objections from King's children and civil rights groups, the records were made public. The files include information on the FBI and CIA's scrutiny of King, especially his shift toward international activism. The King family reviewed the documents ahead of the release and stressed the need to interpret them within historical context. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Nikinsky Robinson.
And we head to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your midday sports report.